What is up, you guys? It is your boy MG back at it again with another CutCom. It's funny because we spawned on the exact same map and the exact same spawn as the last one. I hope you guys did enjoy the last CutCom. I found that it was really enjoyable to record it, and I really look forward to doing more. So that's why I thought I'd do another one today. Since I was gonna do like another video. I was gonna do like a trick shot race with my friend, but it didn't really go out too well. So I thought of just doing this instead. So today I want to talk about teachers. Pretty much just like the good ones, the bad ones, the weird ones, shit like that. So back in like, I don't really know what it was. I think it was like 5th grade, 6th grade. I think it was like 6th or 7th actually. Or no. It was 8th grade. Yeah, 8th grade. I had this teacher. Her name was Miss McCormick. This is the type of teacher that would be so angry, rude, but at parent and teacher meetings, she'd be like the nicest person ever, just to cover it up. So like some days I would walk into her class. She was our math teacher. I'd just walk on in and she would just kick me out the second I walk in the door for no absolute reason, just because she didn't like me. And this one day I was in class and I was just like, "Miss, can I please go use the bathroom?" And she said no after this lesson. So I was like, alright, that's pretty explainable. But I was like, "Miss, I really have to go," because like I really had to go, like I could not hold it. But she said, "No, you're not allowed to go until you finish this lesson." Now this was an emergency, like I could not hold it, I had to go. So I was like, "Miss, I really have to go." And then she said no, and I said, "I will come up there and shit on your desk if you don't let me go." She told me to go straight to the office, so instead I just looked in her eyes and I was like, "I ain't going to the office, I'm going to the bathroom." And I just kind of just left and went to the bathroom. Like, I get that you have to get your lesson across, but man, if people gotta use the bathroom, you can't just let them sit there and hold it. Like, that can really distract them away from their work and shit like that. Like, if someone has to go, they have to go. You can't just make them not go. It's this other teacher I had, I don't remember his name, but it was in the school before I was in that one. He was our music teacher. So this music teacher, he was a really angry one. Like, no one in that class liked him. And it's one day we were trying to learn the drums, and this teacher, I don't know why, but he hated the word mint. Like back then when something was cool, we used to say it was mint. I don't know why, I guess it was just a slang back then. But this one day in his class, we just said that the drums were mint or something like that. I don't really remember, but he straight up got so pissed off that he just grabbed the drumstick and whipped at the wall. So me being like the little asshole that I was, I kind of like whipped it back at him and he got really angry. So me and like 3 other friends, we like sprinted around the school, and we had like a really big school. So he was sprinting around and he was chasing us the entire time, like yelling at us and shit, but eventually the principal finally came out and caught him. So after like a really long chat between like the principal and him and everything, he ended up getting fired. It kind of sucks, but I mean, he was a really like rude teacher. He used to like yell at people and flick shit at everyone. It was not right. It's more of like a positive story. There was this teacher I had in 9th grade. He was my teacher for like social studies and health. So he was one of those teachers where you can really joke around with and they don't get like angry at anything, which is awesome. So we had like a question box, and this box is basically, we just ask questions, anything we like. It could be like the most retarded things, it could be anything. We just put it in that one box. So you know, we're a bunch of 9th graders, we have like the most retarded questions ever. We're all like dirty minded and shit like that, so we're putting the most like weirdest things in there. One of the questions that was the funniest though, someone put down what is motorboating and put it in there, and the teacher, he said that he will always answer it no matter what the question is. So up on the smart board, which is like I don't know if you guys have it, but it's the same as just like any whiteboard, but it's like electronic and shit. So he basically just had like text projected up on it, basically like the word motorboat and like what it is. But the funniest thing ever is because he went to go demonstrate it, and while he was demonstrating what it was, like he was just doing it in the air, he wasn't doing it to anyone in the class. Yeah, one of the female teachers, she walked in like the second that he was doing it, so she kind of just walks in and looks over and just sees him just doing that. If you guys know what a motorboat is, you guys should, but he was doing that animation basically in the middle of the classroom. She kind of just stared at him and glanced over to the board and just seeing motorboating on the board and just died laughing, and so did the entire class. It was so fucking funny. So this is a class we ask questions that usually are not appropriate. We had a substitute one day and he came in just to go read the box, and he was expecting it to be like some health questions, like things to go along with your bones and like your heart and shit like that. But we had like the most retarded things in there. So he read off one of it and it said, "How do you come?" And it was funny because we knew who wrote it because he spelled it wrong, and there was one kid in the class that used to spell everything wrong, so we knew exactly who it was. I'm not going to name any names, but it was hilarious. So the teacher reads it and he gets so pissed off, like he gets so angry and just starts yelling at us all, just saying that he was saying that it was like a serious class, that we shouldn't be taking it as a joke. And he's getting really angry. We were trying to explain to him that the teacher let us put any questions that we wanted in the box, but he wouldn't believe us. I can understand how he wouldn't believe us, because you wouldn't really see like people asking that shit in a class usually. One of my favorite teachers, what I have this year, he's like the little bald guy and he talks about all these crazy stories. It's hilarious. Like he gives no shits about teaching at all. He just goes there so he can be there. He's just a substitute. Like for real, I was sitting down trying to do my math and I asked him how to do the work and he just... Ooh, studio. He just straight up came over and he's like, bro, I almost failed math, so I can't even help you. He just said, just write down anything, it's alright. It was hilarious. Uh-oh guys, y'all gotta go follow XKets on Twitter. But yeah, this teacher like just straight up tells me that he can't help me with my work because he almost failed his, and he's just there basically just to fill up the class, but no one gets angry because he's really funny and he's just awesome, he's so kind. He told us the time when he almost got kidnapped once. He was on a trip, I don't really know where, but these guys basically just pretended that they were a taxi, and they actually like abducted him. They abducted him and took them back to their place, which is actually like scary as shit because you never know what could happen. They could kill you, anything. Basically, they said that they wouldn't let him go unless they paid him money, and he thought it would be like up in the thousands, but it wasn't. Thank God. They were like 160, and he was like, "Oh no, not 160,000, not 160,000." They said just $160. Like it's a lot, but I mean, $160 of your life. I'd rather just pay $160. He basically paid them, and he ended up getting out of it. Thank God. This one other teacher I had like way back in like grade 4 or something like that. His name was, I think it was Mr. Slaney. I don't really remember, but he was our gym teacher. Usually being a gym teacher is pretty easy. You just direct the kids what they're supposed to do. But this gym teacher was extremely strict. Like this teacher, you say the wrong thing and he just make you sit for the entire gym class doing nothing. And like back in like grade 4, gym class was like the funnest class because you just play sports and play fun games and things like that. Like now, gym class, you gotta like do a ton of physical activity and just weights and all that stuff. Now, back then it was all fun and games, so everyone would go to gym class expecting to have like the funnest day ever because they're about to play some games. Like, but whenever we first went in, he'd make us all sit in like a circle in the middle of the gym. And I'm not even joking, one kid whispers. He just whispers, that's it, just one kid. And he just straight up yells at all of us. He just straight up yells at all of us and just makes us all just sit out for the entire class, just sitting on gym floor. We couldn't do anything, we just had to sit there and wait for class to be done. And also again with my old teacher, Miss McCormick, the math teacher that was really angry. Again, she was one of those teachers that was really like mean to me, but during parent-teacher meetings, which there was a lot because she used to always assess them. During parent-teacher meetings, she would always try and get me in trouble by acting like the nicest that I did everything wrong when I didn't. So me and one of my friends in that class would always try and record her secretly in the back of the class and just try and get her being an asshole to us so we could send it to our parents. It never really worked out that well because he ended up just getting his phone taken because the teacher seen it. Well, I accidentally just killed last. He ended up getting phone taken, and he ended up getting in trouble by his parents because his parents ended up having to come in and get his phone from the office. That's how it used to work back then. Back then, whenever you got your phone taken, you would basically have to sit in the office and your parents would have to come get it. So all in all, I'm not really mad at my teachers anyway. I guess they did a good job in just showing me how to do some things and how to get through school. Because, I mean, I've made it this far. I only have this year and then next year left, and then I'm pretty much done school. I don't know what I'm going to do after school. I honestly have no idea whatsoever. But you leave any of your teacher experiences down in the comments below. I'd really like to see some of them, the good and the bad ones, just anything at all. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment any ideas you guys want to see in the future below. It's been MG, and I'm out. Peace.